Hey there, Internet. Keev here, and welcome to the Cars with Keev YouTube channel. In this video, we are doing the 20,000 subscriber celebration. And basically, that's just going to be a wash and talk. We're going to go around. We're going to talk about channel health. We're going to talk about our plans for the future, all that kind of stuff, what we're going to do for the 20,000 subscriber giveaway, which is kind of being put off, but it's going to happen. The money is set aside for it, but we got to figure out how to do it. Now, you see Heidi here. She's kind of the star of the channel. She was the very first video, the introduction to the channel for Cars with Keev. This used to be Game with Keev, same channel, years ago, 10 years ago. And I stopped for a long time, and then I started this back up. But here she is. Obviously, she's not in the satin white that she was when we started the channel, but this is my baby. And she's very clean, so this is just gonna be a rinseless wash. We're gonna soap up and foam up the wheels and tires and get them clean. We're gonna do, probably a few panels and maybe a slight pressure wash on some of the areas where there might be some grit, but I'm looking at it now and it's clean. So let's get right into the washing. We can talk about everything as we walk around the car. So don't forget to check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to washing. I already have Maniac. This is a 5-to-1 Maniac wheel and tire cleaner in here from Mafra. We got our IK. We're gonna put rinseless wash in here, and we have a Fantic pump on the side. We're gonna grab our IK from Pro 12 Plus, which is heavy because it is full. I just did another car earlier today. 15-to-1 all clean with a little bit of incredible suds. So let's grab our stuff. In here is my chemicals. We're gonna need some C6 mist for the end. We're gonna be using rinseless wash. And this one is all the microfibers, and we're gonna grab one auto fiber because we're actually gonna use the Legacy sponge, which Ivan just sent me. So we get to use that. I'll use this for the wheels and tires. I prefer that. I think they clean a lot better than the sponges. Forgot the drying towels. We need drying towels. I like these twist and loops. This is a McKee's. The bigger one is Glacier. These are DIY Detail. DIY Detail, 10% you save using code CARSWITHKEAV. McKee's you can get on Amazon. So let's set up our rinseless wash. I have my Elay spray head here. I have a quick connect at the end so I can quick connect off of it. I can always leave a sprayer on the hose. But these bucket dollies, 15 bucks at Walmart. So my affiliate's there now. The link will be below. But I just press the buttons. You get just enough balance and I can walk away and it's gonna fill up exactly what I want. And I can get my rinseless wash ready. 1.5 ounces for the 3 gallons. ½ ounce per gallon. And there you go. And let me know if you want me to do a video on this. This thing's very expensive. It was like almost $300 on Amazon. It's German made. The quality on this is just crazy good. So we'll put this on. Tight. You can see it just lays perfectly on the side. Then we take this. And we just pinch it on there to where it's tight enough to run. Well, first we got to do wheels and tires, and we've already filmed this once on the other side of the car, but this Canon R6, it does have issues where if it overheats, it just cuts the video and turns off, and I lose everything. Many times this thing is screwed up on me, and it's really starting to piss me off. We have our Amazon cheap battery foamer. Now, some people have said that it was having issues, and people in comments and reviews said they had issues where they had the red light and it wouldn't charge. That actually happened to me today, but I've had this for a long time. It works awesome. I just took it apart and I found 2 wires that were not fully seated. I seated both of them and now it charged and it runs just fine. You might not even hear this in the video. I have noise canceling on because the air conditioner is running. Let's spray some on there. The channel is doing really well. Like I said before, I really want to thank you guys for the 20,000 subscribers. Things just went crazy in the spring. And during the spring, the views were that of a 50 to 100,000 subscriber channel and not a 20,000 subscriber channel. So the income was very good during the spring. I'm in the Amazon Influencer Program. There are quarterly bonuses, monthly bonuses, and I hit the max bonus 3 months in a row. So much so that when they offered me the summer quarters and months, they raised the stakes and my minimums. I'm just now barely meeting the minimums on those bonuses. I think I'll meet it in September. I don't think I'll meet it in October because as the year goes on, things start to wear out. So if you're planning a channel or running a channel, especially around car washing or car detailing, remember the seasons. Spring is when that's where you really want to push. I did 2 videos a week for 3 months. That was tough with a full-time job. But I knew I had to do it. I had all those pressure washers coming. We had tons of content to get out. That really helped push the channel. The channel was growing really well, and the channel made $42,000 so far up through August. So September hasn't been done yet. I haven't done my expenses or my incomes for September. And we spent about $21,000. Now, we did spend a lot in September because I booked my SEMA flight, my SEMA hotel, rental car, all that stuff, saving enough aside for food and all that kind of stuff for the SEMA trip. And then we bought an RCA3 Pro from AR. I had to buy the whole thing, the cart, the hose. I just wanted the pressure washer, but they don't sell it that way. And they said in some Q&A things on their website that they don't plan on doing it. They don't plan on selling it by itself. All right, this stuff's starting to dry up a little bit. Foam up my Detail Factory brush. This brush is amazing for this car. The last one I had to modify, but the end of this is very abrupt, so it doesn't go very high up, and the longer bristles allow me to push down and get the brush bristles way inside there, because you see I have no gap at all. You cannot fit your finger through there. You have to go at an angle. And low car life, you know, when you're foaming down your tires and your wheels, you're going to get a lot of overspray, but this is all PPF, so I'm not worried about it. It has 8-year DIY ceramic coating on it. Not worried about it at all. The whole front end, the hood, the bumper, the quarter panels, and the side view mirrors are all PPF. Going to a microfiber like this that's less aggressive with the brush bristles, I went ahead and decided to go this way. And it really, I mean, it gets in there, it gets the barrels, it gets everything else. You can just pop this off and you can put it in the washing machine and have it get washed. This Maniac sprays so well, really foamy. And cleans really good too. And you can do some really good dilutions. You can do all the way up to 8 or 10 to 1, 5 to 1, 3 to 1 if it's really, really dirty. You see it's browning already. Obviously, I've spent some of the income on myself because I do value my time I put into this. I am paying myself. My time is worth money. I've always worried about this becoming full-time. It'd be a couple of years at the current growth to be even there, because you could make $42,000. So even if I doubled that, at the end of the year, we made $80,000, but we would have spent probably $30,000 or $40,000 to do that. Plus, we're going to owe a tax bill of $15,000, right? So the income in the end isn't there. We're spending a lot of money to do this. Now, I could cheap out and do a bunch of cheap videos, and probably have to do that if this becomes full time. So that's my biggest worry, is that I'll cheapen the channel a little bit. I have to do sponsorships to get some money. Like Temu hits me up all the time. All these people hit me up all the time. South New Hampshire University, all that stuff. I don't do any of it. I'll take free products from Active and some other places because I know they're more likely going to be really, really good products. They give me some discount codes. I make some affiliate income there. Amazon isn't necessarily just about the product you're selling, right? It puts a cookie on their computer for 18 hours. If they buy something later and you're the last link they clicked, you get credit for everything in their cart. So the residuals, because Amazon doesn't pay really high commissions, so the residuals is where the money comes in, especially Prime Day and Black Friday, all those types of stuff. You have a video up the day before and people click links, they're more likely to buy something on Amazon on Prime Day. Prime Day was big for me, and you just get those residuals, and they're not paying anything extra. They clicked your link, affiliates from everything else, the discount codes, all that kind of stuff. I mean, we do get commission on that. It's advertising. It's part of the advertising budget for these companies. All right, this is sat long enough. In the backs, I do have a little more gap in the back because I like a raked look. So, I'd like the backs staggered a little bit more. They are slightly taller tires as well and much wider. And we spent other things on the channel. I spent money on did a full fuel upgrade on Heidi here. We did a full high pressure fuel pump, low pressure fuel pump, everything to go with it, because I was already at the limit with the turbo upgrade that I did years ago. I didn't have enough fuel to be able to do any more tuning. And now with all that fuel, we can get another 50 to 100 horsepower without even really trying. And it puts me in that sweet spot that I want to be, like 500-ish horsepower. We have our IKE Foam Pro 12, so it has the compressor, but it is a whole extra already fully done from earlier. And I just leave this on. I leave completely compressed. I leave the chemicals in there, and this thing's been doing amazing for well over a year. This thing is awesome. I just want to make sure that everybody knows if you're looking to monetize, you're close to monetization. If you're looking for, any of that type of stuff, make sure you just have your strategy set up for your income, dealing with your expenses, dealing with your taxes. I treat this like a sole proprietorship. So if you had this as a separate business, it's more to do. But what I can do is that since I'm a sole proprietor, I just take this as 1099 work. I add it to my W-2 income from my full-time job. That total amount of income gets taxed. I can adjust my W-2 tax withholdings to offset the income from this channel. I can also add more money from this profit to my 401k, lowering my overall taxable income, which benefits the tax as well. We have the SEMA trip. So I'm going to be there Monday through Friday. So if you're going to be at SEMA, DM me on Instagram. Let's see, we'll meet up. I know there's a lot of people that I'm going to meet up with over there. DIY Detail is going to have a booth. I know Josh is going to be there. Definitely want to meet up and talk to him and just have an amazing time. Have some great videos of all the products coming out, all the Griots products that are going to suck down the road. I know I treat Griots bad sometimes, but their hardware drops have been, chemicals are great, but they're definitely lacking on their hardware side. We have about $12,000 in the bank, and actually just paid $5,000 to my wife, who actually did me and my wife. But this garage was a $10,000 investment. We did that before we were even getting any income at all. So we took a chance at building this wash bay to film for this channel, to be able to do filming whenever I want, and it paid off. But I said before, last year the channel was in the black, but we were operating the black. But we still had this $10,000 debt that I needed to pay it back. So I wrote the first $5,000 check to pay that debt off. And then we'll write another one. Hopefully by spring, I can pay off the rest because I need an operating income, like I said, to bring me through. Winter's bad. I mean, YouTube pays you two months behind. So whatever I make now is going to get paid in November. So when February, March comes around, those are incomes from really low months. Winter's bad for car washing content. So you have to keep that income because we're building Wash Cart version 7. And we're going all out on this one. We're going to build a toolbox style, take the Active 2.3, and try to find a way to deaden that sound within that toolbox cabinet. But we're not going to go crazy expensive, but it is not going to be a cheap one. It's going to be a really good one. We've done tons of budget ones. We might as well do a really nice one. And the RCA 3 Pro and all the other pressure washers, and why don't I get rid of them? Because I want to study them. I want to take them apart. I want to put them back together. I want to learn it because I want to build my own. I want to take an outsourced motor, pump, pressure switch, all that stuff, and build my own and try to do it for significantly less than, say, like an RCA 3 Pro. It's going to be a lot of investment. It's a lot of money ahead of time for the wash cart and that. So both of those I'll probably have springtime. Woo! Telling you, you go to retractable hose reels, you'll never go back to hand reels. Things just works. It's full, so I need to wait for a little bit to come out and then I can turn the inflator on. We still have some left, and we did the entire car. So 2 liters is more than enough. All right, so I'm gonna take my auto fiber, like drenching wet, and I'm gonna lay it on the side of my wheel and tire. So that way I've got a clean microfiber for my wheels and tires because I'm gonna be bringing the legacy sponge back and creating murky water. You don't want the microfibers to sit in that murky, dirty water. They'll attract that dirt. Legacy sponge is different. And hopefully before this video, I would have released the video when I was in Omaha, learning about the sponge and the science behind rinseless wash and positive, negative, when it comes to you know, attracting dirt and releasing in the bucket, all that kind of stuff will be in that video. I invested on all those microfibers and now I'm not using them, but Ivan said send it, so let's figure it out. Let's see how it works. And like you said in the video, you know, having a thicker sponge creates less pressure as you're going across. When you have that smaller microfiber, you're more likely to put a little more pressure than you need to with your fingertips and all that. You can't, your fingertips aren't going to make any extra pressure here. But you got two sides. Do that. It just depends on how dirty the car is. This car is very clean, especially up top. I'm not a big retail guy. People have always said I should take my ideas and sell them. Well, I don't know if I'm up for that. Maybe I'm up for designing something and getting royalties, but I hate retail. I don't want to run a website where I sell stuff. It's just, it's not me. Like I said, if I do plan on doing this at full time at some point, I mean, I'm getting the plan together as I want to be ready for it, right? So I'm not using up all my revenue streams. There's still tons of new revenue streams I have not tapped into yet. Facebook, even more. I was checking to make sure I was recording. Even more affiliates. And then obviously I'll have to do videos for Prime Day and I'll have to do videos for Black Friday, giving you, hey, these items are going to be on sale. These items are, you know, these are great deals, and just kind of going over them. It's not really a review video. And it's just not kind of what I'm about. But, you know, when you're doing this for an income, sometimes you have to do that. So let me know how you feel about that. Like right now, I prefer this organic growth. So we put in the bucket, squeeze it out, and just to where it's not dripping. I didn't mention 20,000 subscriber giveaway. So that was meant in the beginning to be the giveaway an entire wash setup. And the logistics and everything of that, it's just too much. And I wanted to make the money go a lot further and really reward people who are a part of the community, the detailing community. And, you know, if you know Eddie and Jamie from EC Details and the Cleaner Cast, they have their podcast, but they're going to combine. So I had already talked to them. I was going to sponsor their podcasts for a month or whatever, giving them a certain amount of money to use for giveaways. And it would just be Keav's 20,000 subscriber, you know, giveaway. And then they changed to where they're going to combine. So we haven't set anything up yet. We're still planning on doing it. We just don't know when the podcast is going to be because they're opening their House of Rags. They got so much going on. But believe me, the money is set aside for it. And we for sure, gotta get this out of the way. For sure, we're going to do it. So we'll give away. I just think it rewards more people. And like I said, it rewards people who are part of this community. And I think it's going to be awesome. Let me know in the comments, like, if you wanted me to do this a little bit more often. I know this is a video that isn't going to go well, and I don't really care how many views it gets. This is about the real subscribers. You know, you guys that are hanging out with me here. I'm not going to say in the title or the description or anything about a giveaway. It's just 20,000 subscriber celebration wash and talk. This is where everything accumulates from the exhaust. So I like about these sponges with these cutouts. It makes it really easy. Like, it's getting these little areas. They spread out. So we have dirt. All it takes is, you know, just a few squeezes. And that water, that dirt gets released into there and it just comes clean. Like, can't explain it. It just does. These things are specifically designed. The technology here is next level. And that's why a lot of people are afraid of the change. And I was as well. And I still like the foam. So if the car is dirty, I'll pull her outside early in the morning when it's still shady outside. I'll foam the car down. I'll get my foam in. And then I'll come back and do this as my contact wash. And I just prefer these at cleaning my wheels a little bit better. Now, I already cleaned them, really. But if we're doing just wash, I might as well go back over. And then we can get back in here with a drying towel. And these things will be ultra clean. We used to do sponsorships all the time with the show cars. We had BBS, Liquid Molly. We had all kinds of people, G-Technic. But, you know, the obligations weren't crazy. But I just want to be independent. I don't want anybody influencing what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I have friends that have detailing companies that have great products, DIY detail, and that's why I use them. And when Eddie and Jamie come out with their stuff and Pan, and I'll probably expand my horizon a little bit. Not to say doing reviews on chemicals. I'm using chemicals from people I know and trust. So that tile's done, and we can just throw that into the washing machine, along with our microfiber from our detail factory. Throw that in there. We're using C6 Mist. This is basically just a detailer rinse aid that has really almost no protection at all. It's just lubrication for the drying step. Yeah, like I said, there's a fear going full time. Like, I just feel it's going to hurt the content. And I know I'll do my best not to. That's why I've reserved a lot of revenue streams, like I said, Facebook and that kind of stuff to, bring right on if I do go full time. So I'm like not tapped out when I first start out. Like I don't want to sell the channel out. And I know, people are okay with that and say, hey, you got to do what you got to do. But I kind of like that organic growth. I really do. And I'm about reviews. I want to review things. I want to test stuff. I want to, and I only want to bring to you the good stuff. I don't want to bring to you the bad stuff. Unless it's something that's really popular and I'm like, well, you don't want to waste your money, so I may have to do this review. Because I really don't feel like hurting a company. I would rather push a really good product than dog one, unless it's griots. Then, I mean, they're big enough and they should know better than to release products the way they have been with the foamer and the new spray gun. Just total misses. Am I recording? Yes. Whew, I'll tell you what, I get worried every time. I forget to record, camera overheats, something happens. That's one of the big expenses that we did earlier this year was we did buy all new cameras, and that's the one that has the overheating issues. It definitely upped the quality, the 4K. Like, it's much better. We have the DJI mics now, so I know the sound is much better as well. Any of my long chemicals, maintenance, change, stuff like that for my mower are coming out of this budget. And even I'm starting to pay a lot of my normal everyday expenses out of this as well. It's just a way to pay back what I borrowed. Because not just a $10,000 to build this. I bought and I, used things for years. It's probably closer to $15,000, the stuff that I bought, but a lot of it I would have bought anyway. A lot of the risks I would not have taken. I would have not have bought, 4 or 5 different pressure washers. Obviously, I would have just bought the one and given a review on it. It works out for both because you get content, you get reviews of stuff that you don't want to have to buy to figure out yourself. You can see the video. Obviously, there's going to be other videos. You can't just use one person's video as the guide. You got to use some other ones. And everybody has a different experience. Amazon cheap foamers, I've had good, good luck. And some people haven't. This year, I've really, really planned. And I made sure I had enough money. I never want to be less than $10,000 in the bank. I know I said that's a lot of money, but that can go really quick when, say, spring comes along and 3 different pressure washers are released and they're all $500 a piece. And you have to, pay for this and pay for that. And we're probably going to go to MTE in February, so that'll be a trip as well. And most of the stuff I would not have pursued if I didn't have that income. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, I'll let this sit for a minute. Now I let that sit for. Now I let that. Oh my gosh.